What's going on, everybody? And thanks so much for hanging out with us on Hot 97 News. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. It is Tuesday, February 10th, and I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronzell with 2 N's.
You did.
And Million.
Hey.
It is still Black History Month,
Yeah.
baby. So here is Ronzell with 2 N's with your 1 minute of Black excellence.
Yes, this morning's 1 minute of Black excellence goes to Alonzo Herndon. Was born enslaved in Georgia, but became a barber to Atlanta's white elite, giving fades to the white people back in the day. And this is the reason why we have Eminem right now, all right? But Alonzo said, hey, I got enough money now, and used that to open Atlanta Life Insurance Company, making him one of the first Black millionaires in the South. His barbershop had crystal chandeliers, Persian rugs, and silver bathtubs. Yeah, that's right.
What?
Now imagine those same white people he cut getting life insurance from him. That's not progress. That's karma on a payment plan. And that is your 1 minute of Black excellence. Shout out to Alonzo.
Brother. Amen, brother.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
That's great.
That's awesome.
You sure he's black, bro?
Now he's black. All these people are black.
Right. Can we see the picture one more time, bro? I swear to God, he looks Asian.
Look at the nose.
That's black, bro.
Bro,
that
look
nose.
at the eyebrows, not the eyes, just the eyebrows. Look at the eyebrows.
That's a
cut
black.
my eyebrows
yeah,
off.
that's a black man right there, dog. Don't
Okay,
try
now
to
look at the eyes.
look at him.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, what are we looking
All
at?
right, so y'all see a black man.
His name is Alonzo.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I guess you got me
His
there,
name
right?
is Alonzo.
He might
bro.
be a little Filipino
What,
or something.
what
I don't
Asian
know.
man do you know named
He
Alonzo?
might be Filipino. Who knows, bro? He got some mixed. He mixed in there with some.
I
but-
can understand if his
Hey,
last
man.
name was like Shu or like you or like, Alonzo Shu, Alonzo you, then he might be Asian. But, he's a black man.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay.
And moving on from that, 1 minute of Black excellence. Sometimes I think Trump just tries to piss people off because he'll just do something and just does it with his chest with no explanation. And that is exactly what he did when he randomly dropped this picture on True Social. And this is him, looks like he's in the Oval Office with a group of people. And look at the map, specifically there in the back. Just has the U.S. going all the way on up, past Canada, probably up to Greenland. I can't really see from here myself, but
Yeah, Greenland's right there.
the streets think that there's some kind of plot that the U.S. wants to take over this whole hemisphere.
Yeah.
So when you post things like this, it's like,
I mean, hey man, if it betters America, I understand it. But at the same time, DT, you told us you wasn't gonna do none of this. You told us you was gonna focus on us. Have you heard of the Don Road Doctrine?
No.
People are
Yes.
saying that this is the Don Road Doctrine that he has going on. It's Donald Trump's version of the Monroe Doctrine, and he's just out here trying to take over other countries. It's crazy, bro.
can you explain that? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they're just saying that he's trying to take over, he's trying to go back to imperialism. Back when we used to go over and colonize other countries, we would, go to other countries, take over their land, tell them, hey, we're running this area. And then Don Roe Doctrine, this is basically the same thing. We kind of see it with Venezuela. Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
If we implement our regime there, if we implement our government there, that's basically imperialism.
Or even just people who support the will of our government. You know what I
That
mean? It
part.
could be run by them, but if
Right.
it's like by proxy run by us,
Right.
what are we doing?
Right.
So I was wondering what he meant by this, especially since Canada has been really popping off based on like what he's been saying, and they've been responding, and they've been like, okay, what is this guy doing? And so yesterday, Trump went off on Canada, and he said that Canada has treated the United States very unfairly for decades. And so now Canada's building this massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan with virtually no U.S. content, Trump says. And this is what this bridge, this is what he posted about this bridge. And he says that Canada owns both the Canada and the United States side and just expects him to be okay with it. On top of that, Trump said in that True Social post that Canada has tariffs on the United States, and that's also not fair, and that Canada's cozying up to China right now and making deals, and that's not fair. So he says he's not going to allow this bridge to open until the United States is fully compensated for everything we have given them, and Canada treats the United States fairly. He says we will start negotiations immediately because with all that we have given them, we should own perhaps at least one half of this asset. He says the revenues generated because the United States market will be astronomical.
All right.
He wants to own one half of the bridge.
Of the bridge. because I can just say whatever I want.
United States of America bridge, right? We only got this little part right here. What, bro?
So I looked into actually what happened with the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump just doesn't want to pay Canada. That's basically what he's saying, because they initially, back in 2017, they started on this bridge. Initially, Canada said that, okay, we'll take on the full cost up front.
We'll pay for it.
We'll pay for it completely up front. Y'all will just pay us back through tolls and other type of taxes, whatever else. Y'all will pay us back because we work with you. But Donald Trump is now, it seems like he just doesn't want to pay. He's like, oh, the fact that you want to make me pay is like insulting to me. But back in 2018, Donald Trump was cool with it.
Yeah.
He's the one that kind of overseen this whole entire thing.
He totally supported it. He said it was a vital economic link between our two countries. And now, you're talking about you guys paid for this, you guys built this, and now I feel like we should just have half of it. The agreement was already in place. It's like a binding agreement that they've made. And at the time, in fact, our lawmakers refused to provide any funding for the bridge because Canada was cool funding it. So now it's just like, bro, what do you, this is why.
What are you going to do with half of a bridge? That's my thing. Like, what is half of a bridge? What does that give you? What kind of power does that give you having half of a bridge? Am I missing something?
I'm sure this has to do with just where the money flows. Like if I own half of it and you own half of it and we both, let's say like we go in on a house and, well, technically we don't go in on it. I buy the house, I build the house, and then you come and say, well, it's kind of on my property too, so I should just own half the house. So the equity that I get from the house
it's a money
and the
thing.
value of the house,
okay.
like we should just share it because it's half on your property.
I get you.
So you should just have it too, even though you didn't fund it. We agreed to this, and now you're just coming in because it's supposed to open this year, early this year. Now you're just coming in on the back end and being like, I should just own this. I should own half of it.
Okay, I'm not all the way opposed. You know what I'm saying? I hear what he's saying.
Why do you say that?
I hear what he's saying. I mean, it's a money thing.
Yeah,
it's a money thing. So I hear the way you just explained it. It sounds like it sounds all about money. I mean, Donald Trump is very much a money hungry man. So I mean, it's a money. I wouldn't say it's a money grab, but it's a money thing. Am I missing? Am I still missing?
It is a money thing, but he's like, you can't just like do this. He's saying he's not going to let the bridge open
at all
unless they negotiate and unless they he feels like they should have half. But he's saying, I'm not going to let this open unless we negotiate and figure out something that's fair for the United States.
Okay.
He's
on the back end.
Yeah, he's playing bully ball,
okay.
Bully business. He's like, okay, I'm going to let y'all pay for it all to build it. Now that it's touching my land, oh yeah.
I wanted some of it.
Now I want some of it. Okay. Even though I told you I was going to pay you for it.
We're in binding agreements about all this, and now you're just saying, I just think.
That's interesting.
And then if you want to get mad, what you going to do about it? I'm closing off this side of the bridge. What you going to do about it, Canada?
So a Canadian official said they don't know if this is a real threat or if this is just, him talking. But they felt like blocking that bridge would be a self-defeating move. I mean, we all spent all this money. We spent all this time. There's an agreement with Michigan, and it's supposed to really, facilitate trade, facilitate movement between the two areas. And so, we're all just waiting to see what happens with that. But that's just,
That's so interesting.
Trump just be doing whatever he wants to do, and we'll see what happens. He's mad at Canada for the tariffs on the United States and for them going and reaching out to China to facilitate trade with them. But this is all a disaster of his own. He put the tariffs on Canada first. They reciprocated. They took alcohol, U.S. alcohol, off their shelves. They started reaching out to China and saying, hey, clearly we can't depend on the U.S. here. We got to figure something else out. Now you're mad that they're cutting you out. You must have known this was a possibility.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean, we've always had a long-standing history with Canada in general, though. So it's like the fact that that Canada just can't work with us, or like they want to act like they're the big dogs in this whole entire thing, and then also want to work with China too, is kind of disrespectful in our part, because we do a lot for China. I mean, we put most of our money in the defense of NATO, and Canada has missed out has like proportionately, I have seen Canada not pay as much as they should be paying in the defense of NATO. So it's just like, I don't know, man. We kind of do a lot for Canada for them to just like as soon as we mess up, you want to start talking to China. That's kind of disrespectful.
Well, Trump doesn't consider it like a mess up. He considers it, like you're saying, paying their fair wages. Like, we think that you got, not wages, but your fair payment. We think that all y'all aren't paying enough.
Right.
So we're going to put more tariffs on you guys because y'all need to be paying more, which there's, something to be said for that. Sure. Did he have to do it in that way? Did he have to do it, so aggressively? Depends on who you ask. But Canada's saying, like, look, we are now realizing how unstable we are based on whatever whim you want to have. So we got to go figure something else out for the next time you have a whim. At least we'll have another trade partner so our economy doesn't tank when you have another one of these whims of yours. So I get what they're doing. You have to go find another big dog, and China's the other big dog in the fight. It is what it is.
It is what it is, but it's too close to home. Like, that is too close to us. We can't have people doing too much business with China.
We do business with China.
Right, but I mean, China, I'm looking at it right now, is like China does mining. They have industries that do mining over on Canada's land. Like, they are really getting chummy with Canada, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like, we can't, that's our adversaries, our number one adversaries at that. We gotta keep them at an arm's length, I feel.
I wouldn't be surprised if literally everything on this table is made in China.
I was wondering what you were saying.
I'm looking for this. It's all made in China.
I thought she was about to be like, "Where are you getting at?" I thought
No, I'm saying when we talk about how China's this big bad bully and we don't want them to do business with any of our allies, literally we have everything made in China.
That is true.
We just can't have them too close. I mean, we've seen China do this before where they could start loaning out as much as they want. Once you miss a payment, then here they come. They're going to start building on your land. They're going to start putting bases on your land. Not bases, but they could start building things, do whatever they want when you miss a payment. I've seen it. We've seen it before. I mean, we've seen it in multiple different countries in Africa. So it's just like, I don't know. We got to kind of keep China at an arm's length. We can't have them too close to home.
I hear you. Okay, we got to get into Epstein stuff. And this is definitely going to go into the next break. I'm already realizing this right now. As expected, Ghislaine Maxwell pleaded the fifth, and now her lawyer is saying, oh yeah, she'll tell everybody the truth if Trump grants her clemency, and wink, wink, the truth will clear Trump and Bill Clinton's names, which is insane. Specifically, he said, if this committee and the American public truly want to hear the unfiltered truth about what happened, there's a straightforward path. Ms. Maxwell is prepared to speak fully and honestly if granted clemency by President Trump. He went on to say, only she can provide the complete account. Some may not like what they hear, but the truth matters. For example, both President Trump and President Clinton are innocent of any wrongdoing, and Ms. Maxwell alone can explain why, and the public is entitled to that explanation.
Yeah, buddy. I know what that looks like. I already know what that is. Let me lie to get out of prison real quick. Let me lie to get out of jail. I've seen this before. Somebody slipped her a note in prison. Like, look, do you want to get out? All you got to do is say that we weren't there, and you're out of jail immediately.
Look, we can't say whether that happened or
not. We don't
not.
know, but I mean, that.
But if we look at history, she talked to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche last year about this, and she couldn't wait to tell her side of the story. Remember, this is the same Todd Blanche who has stood before all of us and said, there's nobody else implicated in the files. Nobody else is going to be dragged down into this. We don't have any evidence, blah, blah, blah. So she's talking to that same Todd Blanche, who actually also used to be President Trump's personal attorney. So that's who we're talking about here. She told him she was innocent, had nothing to do with any of these allegations, that Trump was always very cordial and very kind to her, and that she admires his extraordinary achievement in becoming the president now. She said that Mr. Trump and Epstein seemed friendly, but she only ever saw them in social settings, not in private settings. She said she never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way, and claims she can't ever recollect recruiting somebody from Mr. Trump's Mar-a-Lago club to give Epstein a massage. She was even asked about former Prince Andrew's relationship with Virginia Giuffre. That was a victim who later committed suicide after trying to sound the alarm on all these guys. And Maxwell said that was just BS. So she just said, I mean, everything that one would want her to say if one wanted this to all go away. She told Todd Blanche there is no list. And shortly after that interview, she was moved to that minimum security prison in Bryan, Texas. No reason for why she was moved to a much nicer location. And that's the one we were talking about yesterday, where she gets to play with puppies and gets, custom meals to her cell and gets to take meetings with people in private with snacks for the guests. I mean, it's honestly insane. So you talk about all that and give the truth, and then you get moved to a new prison, and now you're saying, oh yeah, I can give you all the real truth, and it's gonna clear your guys' names if you let me out of here. What are we talking about?
I got more. I got more to tell you. When is all this supposed to go down? When is all this like? When is she expected to plead the fifth or talk or not talk? Like, when is like? Do they have a date on any of this?
She already pleaded the fifth.
She pleaded the fifth already.
I don't know when they want to bring all this back up.
Okay,
and give her a shot at this. I think they're probably just weighing to see what should happen next, because Ro Khanna, who's a Democrat, he's a lawmaker, he said that he's a little confused at why she pleaded the fifth when she was willing to be all chatty Cathy with Todd Blanche last year. In fact, here's a little piece of what he said.
Who were the other co-conspirators? Who were the other men who raped these underage girls? Did she have any conversations about a deal with Donald Trump? Now, she's taken a blanket Fifth Amendment on any question. And my view is that many of my questions don't in any way incriminate her. There's an inconsistency. Why did she not plead the fifth when Blanche asked her questions? And now she's pleading the fifth about things that don't implicate her, but may implicate many of the other powerful people in the Epstein class that committed these crimes.
Points were made. He asked pointed questions, as he said. They don't incriminate her. He's asking about, everybody else. You're already in prison.
Right.
Can't get worse for you. So if you're already sitting in prison, and you were willing to give an interview last year, why can't you do the same thing? So in conclusion, he said on X, that lady needs to go back to real prison. She must immediately be sent back to the maximum security prison where she belongs, because that was just insane. Saying that she would only answer a question about men who raped underage girls if she got clemency for it. Okay.
So does DT take the bait? Does he pardon her? Do y'all see that? Do you see him pardoning her?
I'm trying to think. There's no real reason for him to do that if she's going to, quote unquote, lie for it. I don't see the reasoning for it.
Well, she's going to be lying on his behalf.
Right.
If
Oh,
she's
okay.
lying,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
clearing his name and clearing Bill Clinton's name according to her.
Well, even if he does pardon her, I mean, she could still get out and flip the script.
What do you mean?
Like, she can get out and be like, psych, now I'm finna tell everything.
I mean, she could.
You dig what I'm saying? Like,
she could write a book.
Bruh, real ones have done it. You know
If
what I mean?
I did it like
Yeah.
what's his face did?
Odell.
Odell, yeah. It's,
Not Odell. OJ.
O.J.
Sorry,
Simpson.
sorry, Odell.
real ones have done it. So it's like, yeah, she can get the pardon and then like literally go back and be like, well, I'm out now. Time to talk.
Imagine what happens if the Epstein files drop and the only thing that happens is Ghislaine Maxwell gets out of jail.
Yeah.
Nobody else goes to prison, but she gets out?
That's crazy.
Boy.
It's wild, right?
Boy.
That's crazy. Nobody gets held accountable.
Meanwhile, some lawmakers are thinking that our current Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, should resign for straight up lying about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. So that's the man we're talking about here. And one representative who's a Democrat, Robert Garcia, said that Lutnick said he had no interactions with Epstein after 2005. Lutnick was in interviews on the New York Post podcast back in October last year. And Lutnick said that after visiting Epstein's townhouse in 2005, he and his wife decided at that point, I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. Is that the sound that we have?
That's what we
Can
have.
you play it? Here from
So
him.
I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
He's gross.
Gross.
I would never.
That's
I
what
would
one,
never
that's what
be
one
there.
gross person says to another gross person. That's exactly what nasty people say to nasty people right there.
So Lutnick said that Epstein showed him and his wife a massage room and made comments about massages during a tour of his house. And that's when Lutnick said he and his wife cut ties with Epstein. He's gross. Never wants to see him again. And a Department of Commerce spokesperson said Lutnick had very limited interactions with Epstein over the next 14 years. So plot twist, here come the Epstein files with documents not only showing that Lutnick and Epstein bought stakes in a tech company together back in 2012, but that Lutnick planned a whole family trip to Epstein Island with his wife and kids in the same year. Look at this.
Crazy.
2012. That would have been 4 years after Epstein was convicted for child sexual abuse back in 2008.
Right, but you claim that you kept your distance away from him. You claim you never even talked to the guy after you met him that first time, and here you are being on a whole vacation. Is crazy to me. On a whole vacation is crazy to me.
So, yeah, now the Democrats are speaking out about this. We've got some ex posts that we've found, and this is just a couple, and it's kind of bipartisan at this point. Ted Lieu said, hey, Howard Lutnick, you could have remained silent about the Epstein files. Instead, you actually chose to go on national TV and lie to the American people. You were despicable then for planning a visit to Epstein Island, and you're despicable now for brazenly lying. You should resign. There was another one. Who is that from? Robert Garcia. It's now clear that Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has been lying about his relationship with Epstein. He said he had no interactions with Epstein after 2005. Now we know they're in business together. He's got to resign or be fired. What are we talking about here? We've seen people in Europe rolling for this. People resigning, people under investigation. And here it's like so unserious. It's kind of insane.
It is very insane. And their whole entire argument is just because these files came out doesn't mean that somebody is guilty. They're saying that because somebody's name is in this file and associated with Epstein, you're not guilty of association of just being friends with Epstein. And I think about it, I'm like, dang, I mean, if we're thinking if we're thinking legally, they kind of make a point there.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't be just guilty based off of association. We actually have to have proof. Like him actually going to hang out with Epstein doesn't mean that he's like the most evil guy, but you were around the most evil guy.
Come
so
on
it's
now.
still kind of
Yeah.
sketchy. It's still kind of sketchy.
But our parents taught us very young, you are who you hang around.
Yes.
Watch who you hang around. I've learned that throughout my entire life. You are guilty by association. When somebody goes down, you might not have done the crime, but you were there with the people that did the crime,
Yeah.
and you ain't say nothing. That's just like, and I'm about to use a relationship term, that's just like if you hanging out with the homies and your homies start cheating and you don't say nothing, but the girl find out that you was with my man while he was cheating and you didn't tell me. It's like, no, it wasn't me cheating. It was like, no, but you was with him and you could have said something. So you could have stopped the whole in there.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, bro, regardless of if these people were doing things or not doing things, bro, it's guilty by association. And you were hanging around somebody that was doing terrible things.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you on that, Dale. I promise you I am. But the only pushback I would give to that, the only pushback that I've heard, and we can make an example just like you did. Imagine we all grew up around people that was bad. We grew up around folks that was in gangs before, doing the wildest stuff. Just because I hang out with them didn't mean that I was a part of the gang.
For sure.
Doesn't mean that when they get into crimes, I'm going to get into crime. So it's kind of sketchy. When you think of it like that, it's like, I mean, I guess there is a point to that. I can't get in trouble for them causing a crime and me, I'm still going to school, but they skip
Yeah.
it. Who's to say that I could get in trouble? Why do I have to get in trouble?
Go ahead, Lon.
Well, I was just going to say, I do agree with that at the same time. Like, if I'm surrounded by people who are accused of being pedos, and I just, I had no idea that all these people around me just happen to be floating around pedo accusations. You know what I mean? It's like, at least what does that say about my character? That
Exactly.
these are the people I found friendship in. What are you relating to in them that all y'all happen to be friends?
Exactly. At some point, they had to make a conscious decision to stay and keep going back
Right.
and keep hanging out and keep. After the first hangout for me would have been like, I'm good. I'm going to leave and never come back.
And he was convicted
Like-
for child sex
like-
crimes. And people were still hanging out. That was what they're saying about this guy. 2012, we're hanging out. That was 4 years after he went down for child sex crimes and was in jail for it. What's his face? Thomas Massey, the Republican lawmaker. He said that Lutnick, he should resign for this because Prince Andrew lost his title for less than what we've seen Howard Lutnick lie about. So these two, I'm telling you, Ro Khanna, who's a Democrat, and Thomas Massey, who's a Republican, are probably going to go down in history for how much they have been pressing for the truth here and trying to expose everybody. But they now said that they have gotten to see the unredacted Epstein files, as lawmakers were recently allowed to do, as far as like yesterday. And they claimed that at least 6 men are being protected by those redactions. And they found that out within hours of being able to see it. They found out what our FBI has been just like, I can't find anybody who might be implicated in this. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, I got 6 of them right here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they are now saying, look, we've seen at least one U.S. citizen, one foreign national, 3 or 4 others whose nationalities were unclear. But Massey said one of them was pretty high up in a foreign government. Another one is a pretty prominent individual, but they wouldn't name the people at first. They were saying, hey, the DOJ needs to name them. They need to unredact these names. Massey said he wanted to give the DOJ a chance to correct what he was just going to say was an over-redaction. Maybe this wasn't done on purpose, wasn't a cover-up on purpose. Maybe you guys just, over-redacted on accident, and let me give you a chance to correct that. Or there's a possibility, hint, hint, that names could just be dropped in a committee hearing on the House floor, because we've now seen the names. And several lawmakers said they saw several examples, lots of examples about over-redactions. And so that's something that they were not allowed to do. If they had any redactions, it was only supposed to be for the victims, and it was supposed to be explained why they redacted these people in like 15 days after they released it. So one name that then got revealed when redactions came off was Lex Wexner. And even Elon Musk said, oh, look at this. Lex Wexner has just been revealed to be a co-conspirator of Epstein in the files. And that is a billionaire and former Victoria's Secret CEO. So Elon Musk was going off on Steve Bannon saying, hey, this is Trump's former, campaign manager, was running his campaign. Why are you surrounded by people who are just wrapped up in these accusations? And at what point it just seems like everybody's turning on each other. At what point do we take this seriously?
Yeah. Everybody.
Hey, throw him under the bus. Don't look over here. Don't look over here.
Yeah, everybody's just pointing fingers at everybody, bro. Everybody's just pointing fingers at everybody. You're right.
It's crazy. Okay, well, we have a lot more stories to talk about other than the Epstein files, and we will bring those to you after this break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building.
Yo.
Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you're supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where's my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News, everybody. So, when we left you guys, we were kind of talking about Elon Musk, who was kind of throwing everybody under the bus for being part of the Epstein files, but that conversation is gone. We're going to talk about Elon Musk because he is giving up on Mars for now. He says we're going to go to the moon instead.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. I mean, I guess it is good money.
Why? Because you don't think we've been...
We don't been to the moon. I don't even know why he's trying to go to Mars.
He hopped on X and said, if you don't know, SpaceX has already shifted focus to building a self-growing city on the moon. He says we can potentially do that in less than 10 years, and Mars would take more than 20 years. He says it's only possible to travel to Mars when the planets align every 26 months with a 6-month trip time, whereas we can launch to the moon every 10 days with a 2-day trip time. That said, SpaceX will also strive to build a Mars city and begin doing so in about 5 to 10 years. But the overriding priority is securing the future of civilization, and the moon is faster.
Why?
Couple things to unpack here.
Why? Why are we going? Why do y'all want to live out in space, bro? I mean, we're already in space as it is now. We're on a floating rock.
We are.
You know what I mean? So yes, technically we are in space, but why do y'all want to go to other planets and moons and stuff, bruh? Why? Please explain.
Actually, this was supposed to be a little later in my explanation.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and find what he said about it, because that is kind of what I pulled out as well when he's talking about the overriding priority is securing a future civilization. What do you know that I don't? What does that mean?
What?
Yeah, that's weird. And so he said in another X post that the priority shift is because he's worried that a natural or man-made catastrophe is going to stop the resupply of ships coming from Earth, and that colony would die out.
Well, can you say that one more time? Wait.
Okay.
He's saying that he's worried that a natural or man-made catastrophe, something like a big nuclear bomb, something like a massive flood, something that's either man-made or natural, stops the resupply of ships coming from Earth, meaning the ships that would be coming from Earth and going to that colony to resupply and give them what they need and build everything. Maybe that would stop because of said catastrophe, and that colony would die because they wouldn't get shipments anymore. So he's saying we got to hurry up and get everything just done out there so they can become self-sustaining. He believes that's possible, like over time, that they could just be a self-sustaining colony on the moon and not need Earth anymore if it were to come to it. So he's got to get that process jump-started quickly.
What's better than Earth right now, though, bro? Is what I'm trying to. Why is the moon such a better place than Earth or Mars? Have y'all not seen Total Recall? Have y'all not seen the movie Total? Oh,
what is that about?
God. Y'all gotta go back. So it's about they are living on Mars.
Okay,
like they're living on Mars, and it's in the future, but they're living on Mars, and it's a terrible place. I mean, it literally sucks. It's a horrible place to live. So I don't know why anybody. I love Earth. Okay, I love Earth. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel the need to go to Mars or the moon or Saturn or Jupiter or any of these other planets. I don't want to know what's on these planets. I don't want to go see what's on these planets. I don't want to know if there's living creatures on these planets. I don't care.
I have a really stupid question based on you saying that, because I was just thinking like, man, I know I love the seasons. I love the sun. I love all of that, getting dark and then getting bright in the morning. Is it ever bright on the moon?
No.
Before you get mad at me, think about it. Do they ever get any level of brightness, or is it always just dark on the moon? Can you look up?
Is it bright on the moon?
I've never seen literally any version of any movie or any show where the moon is bright they're in space.
They're in space.
So is Earth. We're in space. We're surrounded by dark, but we still get a piece of the sun.
Yeah, well, we also gravitate. We also rotate.
We do. So
what I'm looking at, it says, yes, the moon is extremely bright during its 2-week-long daytime. As the lack of atmosphere allows unfiltered, intense sunlight to hit the surface, comparable to the brightest, sunniest days on Earth. However, the light is harsh, creating blindingly bright spots and pitch black shadows because there is no blue sky to scatter light into the shadowed areas.
Interesting.
That
That's
doesn't
very-
sound really good to live.
So it's either blindingly bright or pitch black, and it's only for a 2-week period.
That's what I even looked up. I'm like, dang, okay, so is there water on the moon? It says, yes, there is water on the moon, but not in liquid pools. It exists mainly as water ice. So it's like
water ice. That's what you eat. That's
Would you eat moon ice?
no. Water ice is like a Philadelphia like ice cream they have. It's called water ice.
You
It's
think they got Philadelphia ice cream
no,
on the moon?
I'm just saying. I'm literally just saying that's what they call it. But that's all I'm saying. No, the moon doesn't sound. So what I'm thinking is they build like an encampment or like a big dome type of thing that resembles Earth or resembles living in an environment like Earth on the moon. So you get the moon atmosphere, but you are in this dome-shaped type of thing.
If you could, you're saying potentially put like a massive dome and then like faux the sky, like
the
make
sky,
this,
you know what I mean? All that stuff.
Meaning like you'd have like potentially like a projection, like a video screen with
Of
the
just-
sky,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
with the seasons. Then who's to say we're not in that right now?
Okay.
That's what the streets, you know.
Okay.
But that is an interesting thing to think about because you could then gaslight people into thinking like this is Earth.
Well, yeah, they've gaslighted us to think we went to the moon. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they can.
Okay, so that makes sense. To what I said.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They gaslight, but I don't think this is far-fetched, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, what does he know that we don't know?
Yeah.
Because he was very specific with them dates.
I would want to do it only if, like, I'm following wherever the richest people go. If they stay if they
That's
stay
true.
on Earth, then I'm gonna stay on Earth. But if they talking about going to the moon, I'm going to the moon with them because they know something that we don't.
That's also very true.
And I see like sci-fi movies and like animes. I'm a heavy anime watcher, but like how like there's like it could get to a point to where like the poor people or like maybe the richest people go to the moon and then they have a booming economy there and then like Earth is just all destroyed and poor and you know separating it's like class, but that like the elite class completely left Earth and went to the moon. That's scary to me.
You know, I've also seen more and more shows where elites are going into bunkers. And I don't know if you guys ever peep just like the wave of shows and movies, but they kind of tell you the plan
100%.
like in advance.
There's a bunker. I forgot where it's at, but it's a bunker strictly for elites. It's huge. That bunker is huge, but they have everything down there from a bowling alley to a theater to a grocery store. Then you can sustainably live down there for years, bruh, for years. So, I mean, will the world end? We don't know. Will I want to go to the moon if the world ends? Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Would you rather a moon stay or a bunker stay if you had to pick?
Bunker stay.
Bunker?
Bunker stay.
Yeah.
Moon
no,
is,
I agree.
Moon is too unpredictable, bruh.
And you can never come back, probably.
Bruh, it's a wrap. Once you're at the moon, it's done.
That's it.
And they get hit with too many meteors. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, really?
You know what I'm saying? When the last time we got hit with a meteor shower? You dig what I'm talking about? Like we ain't never
hit with it.
Like boom, boom, boom. We ain't never really been hit. That's why you don't see the back of the moon like that. Because why? Big old craters behind the moon. They been hit too many times. That's the ugly side of the moon. Don't nobody want to see the ugly side of the moon. Y'all don't think with your third eye. Y'all got to think with your third eye.
I will say we are not scientists.
That's so true.
I cannot confirm anything this man is talking about right now.
You know, we're just talking.
We just talking.
We just talking right now.
But you might be also wondering, who is Elon Musk to decide this? And like, why do I care what he's doing and why he wants to get to the moon? You are paying for it. That man gets billions of dollars of taxpayer money for his businesses. In fact, I was looking at this report on congress.gov and it was saying, oh yeah, over the years, he's gotten like $38 billion. His empire is built on $38 billion in government funding. Wouldn't you be a bajillionaire too if you got $38 billion in government funding? That's your money.
Crazy.
Contracts, loans, subsidies, tax credits, between all of it. Yeah, man. And more to come. More billions to come.
Dang.
And some of these government contracts go to SpaceX from NASA, and the Defense Department make up majority of the funds. So when you're saying this is what Elon Musk wants to do, he's basically like NASA saying this is what we're doing as the government by proxy. You know what I mean? He's a private company. So he honestly, what he gets to do is keep information from getting FOIA. There's a Freedom of Information Act, which if you're, the government, anybody in the news, I'm pretty sure maybe even anybody can say, hey, Freedom of Information Act, I would like to see this documentation. If it's a private company, you don't necessarily have to give that up. So the government will give these contracts to private companies who get to stay behind their own private company thing and then do whatever they want. I mean, it happens in multiple different like avenues of life. But this is interesting because he's talking about going to the moon for a reason that sounds very serious and none of us know about.
Very reasonable reason, and it could possibly. And that's the thing. It's like we don't know if it can happen or not. But he know, like you said, Million. These rich folks know something that we don't.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk is up there with the richest.
Right.
So if he telling us stuff like this, it's like, all right, man, you making this moon stuff and this Mars stuff. What about to go down, bro? Because what is it? 7 to 10 years is what he said?
For Mars.
For Mars, 7 to 10 years.
I think like can you pull that up again? His tweet, 5 to 7 years to go to Mars. He wants to try Mars in 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
But he's gonna, I think, work on the moon now.
Okay.
Like, so this is something there. They've already shifted focus to building a self-growing city on the moon.
Self-growing city is wild, bro.
Mind you, remember they just wanted to launch and do that trip around the moon, but then they had to stop it because they kept seeing leaks in the fuel gauge, whatever it is for a rocket ship, and they didn't go, and they pushed it back. Remember, we just did that story a couple weeks ago. So if y'all are still trying to figure out how to get things up and around the moon, how do you know that you can like reliably get stuff to the moon and park it and get back safely? Everybody stays alive. Nothing gets broken. Nothing blows up. I guess.
How you get your cars up there and stuff like that, Matt? You know what I mean?
Can you drive?
Can you drive?
Is there gravity?
Because it's a dump. It's probably gonna be put in like a dump. So that's a lot of smog and carbonate. It's gonna be a lot of that under this dome. We ain't got nowhere to go. So
yeah. Are we hopping everywhere?
What we doing? You know what I mean?
Does everybody have to wear?
I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of what we eating. I figured out now. Elon Musk named his son Plumbing. Where the boo boo go?
Are you gonna?
You know what I'm saying? What is? Does it just
actually?
You know what I'm saying?
Do you just toss it out into space?
Open the door and
space litter.
Bruh, that's a fine.
Oh
they
my
not.
God.
Come on now.
The people on the moon will be boo-booing on us.
Yes.
That's
what
crazy.
Come back down.
Oh my God. I'm going to the moon, y'all. I can't do it. I can't deal with it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to the moon.
These elites are literally pooing on us from space. We got to deal with it.
Mr. Boo Boo Head. That's what they're going to call it. Boo Boo Head.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Anyway. Chipotle really feels like she is that girl. That company plans to raise the prices because they feel like their core customers can afford it and they won't just go eat somewhere else. That's what they say.
Have y'all been to Chipotle recently?
Yes.
I haven't been to a Chipotle actually in a while.
Yep. I've been to a Chipotle like last week.
Same. I'm a heavy Chipotle eater, and I only go because it's so cheap, actually.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I get like a $9 chicken burrito. And if you don't add anything extra, people be trying to add the guac. People be trying to add the queso.
Jesus.
I just need the free. I don't even pay extra for nothing.
I know that's right,
So
Billy.
it's $9. Bro, what you gonna raise the burrito to, bro? That's like legit one of the most filling, cheapest meals on the market.
That doesn't feel that bad for you either. Like it's relatively healthy, you know what I mean? At least it feels like it is. I kind of stopped going because it kind of felt a little salty. I don't know. It just like my stomach wasn't really.
This is the thing. I feel cheap because they give you a half a scoop of everything. That's why they lowering it because they think everybody that works at Chipotle think that Chipotle paying them extra money for the scoops that they give you. It's like, bro, this scoop not getting taken out your check. Give me an extra scoop of chicken, some extra little cheese. They do my cheese like this. Grab the cheese with a whole fist and throw the cheese on there, bro. Y'all ain't never had it. And if you gonna scoop my guac, give me a big old scoop of guac.
Right.
They be playing with your food, bro. They play with your food.
I need to get into the details. But one time I had ordered it to go. And I got there and they hadn't made the bowl yet. So I saw what looked like them making my bowl. And when I tell you they did the tiniest scoop of the tiniest scoop, I walked over there. I said, "Is that mine?" She said, I was like, is it for Lana? She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can you put more meat on there? Can you put some more rice on there?" Because they were thinking it's to go. They'll never know. Who is paying you to give me less meat? Girl, if you don't scoop that and put that in there. And you mad because I caught you. Now you embarrassed. And you got to put a little extra on there. Because, like, what are you doing, girl? Yes, I'm watching you make this old poo bowl. I ain't coming back here. But yes, the chief financial officer said that customers can expect a 1 to 2% raise in prices because their profits are struggling a little bit. So they were looking at their 2025 earnings report, and they said, yeah, we've got a 1.7% decline in comparable restaurant sales for the year. So they are basically just hopping on the same train as some of these other restaurants and raising the menu prices to keep up with inflation and declining sales. And they're focusing and honing in on their higher income core customer base. They said they did some research and they found that their core customers make over $100,000 a year. So shoot, they can afford it. That's what they said.
How they find that out though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What census
That
check?
is such a good question.
What census check did they do to let the figure out that everybody made $100,000 a year? Where did that come from? What are you asking people when you? Hey, sir, will you take this survey real quick? But also don't forget, put your yearly salary at the bottom, and then. I now
wonder if it's in the terms and conditions where they give our data and share data across different platforms. I wonder if the bank can kind of low key see how much money you're bringing in, and then they could give in a ballpark overview for companies who want to see how much people are making, and then they base their prices off of that. I wonder.
I think it's more like a census thing. They use census data, and then they probably look at the areas. Because I only say all this because Chipotle's not really in the hood.
That's what I'm saying. How would you know? You only put it in places that might have.
Right. So it's like, it's almost like you playing with me right now. Mm-hmm. You put it in the more expensive places, and then you want to say, oh, yeah, everybody here got money. Where you put it here?
It's the only place you can go to get it.
I have to drive extra amount of time just to get over there. I waste more gas money just getting over there for my $9 burrito. Bro, I need that. I do not want to eat at Checkers, dog. I feel it. Because Checkers got some crazy deals going on right now, dog. I don't want to get fat off of Checkers. Chipotle, don't do this to us, please. Hey, bro, man.
I so feel you, bro. Hey, that's probably that came from your heart. That came from your heart.
Well, apparently Chipotle analyzed their discounted protein snack menu. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They have a discounted protein snack menu, I guess in some locations, because I haven't been in a while, but they found that customers frequently opt to add the additional protein to their regular meals instead of buying it as a standalone item. So for them, that gives them the confidence that the core consumer is not looking for a smaller, lower price pointed item. They got that shmoney to put extra meat on their regular bowl or wrap or whatever.
I literally was like, when I just got paid, last time we just got paid, I literally went to Chipotle.
Wow.
And I said, I'm gonna treat myself. I said, I'm gonna treat myself.
Hello.
Hey.
Let me give me some extra chicken.
Hey.
And you know what? I'm gonna get some queso.
Oh, don't hurt him.
He said the queso.
Would you get a raise?
Yeah, hey man, they said, do you want the guac? I said, no. Yeah, you're going too far. You're going a little too far. That burrito was pricey with just the queso and the extra chicken. Chipotle, come on, dog.
Queso over guac though? That's crazy.
Yeah, the queso comes first and then the guac.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
Okay.
All we saying is Chipotle, relax, all right? Because
right.
you getting a little too ahead of your britches now. We mess around and eat at home, all right?
Look,
we'll make Chipotle right at the house. It ain't that hard. We see what y'all do.
It's really not that hard. Right? You gave us the ingredients.
Yeah, look, we looking right at it.
Rice, beans, peppers.
Look, we see exactly what y'all do. We'll make it right at the house. Send y'all right out of business.
Man can make it in bulk, really, at home. You buy a whole bag of rice, whole thing of beans.
Come on now.
Look, shoot.
Y'all better stop playing with us.
Play with me if you want to.
Lower them prices.
Anybody ever thought lowering the prices might send more people there? They never think lowering the prices would send more and more people there.
Never.
You people are nuts.
No, they think lowering the price is going to get a lot of us in there.
Then we got to put it in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Chipotle might be good for the hood, though. Some little some healthy meals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get rid of a few of the McDonald's, get rid of the Wendy's and churches, and throw a few
Popeyes.
Throw a few Chipotles, a little saladas, some chopped. You know, maybe if y'all start putting some actual healthy things in the hood. Hello.
You never know.
Hello.
Whole community could turn around.
Put a Smoothie King in that thing.
Little Panera Bread.
Little Panera Bread. Throw a Starbucks around the corner.
Not that hard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we ain't gonna do any of that.
Ain't none of that.
Okay, in other news, a TikTok trend. Boy, TikTok is wiping y'all out with these trends. One of these trends has a 9-year-old boy with severe burns. Look at this. The face is blurred, of course. First of all, because it's a child. Second of all, because it's quite graphic. But this is a child who apparently did one of these TikTok trends. In fact, Loyola Hospital's burn center apparently has seen several injuries because of this latest trend. Takes a popular toy, and basically they just use it in a way they're not supposed to be using this. So essentially, they get this gel-filled sensory toy. It's called the Nido Nice Cube. Maybe if you got kids, you know what I'm talking about. It's meant to be squeezed and not heated, but the trend is to use a microwave to heat up the toy and make it more pliable. So that's what this 9-year-old did a couple of weeks ago. And after microwaving this cube, it burst in his face and burned him.
This is right up y'all. This is right up y'all's alley. Ain't it? This is he probably around the same
age.
Same age.
He's 9 years old.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
the same.
I think they called him the Gen A's. They called him the Gen A's.
Oh, these are Gen A's?
I think his generation is just the one that
started it. Yeah, the Tide Pod, the Tide Pods,
Tide Pod, NyQuil chicken.
Yeah,
NyQuil chicken.
NyQuil chicken. That was y'all.
That was y'all.
That was y'all.
Reaching far back.
No, we remember. I mean, we were aghast.
Yeah, we like, wow, can't believe y'all are so dumb.
That's crazy. Y'all eat Tide Pods?
Yeah,
on purpose.
Yeah, this is crazy.
For fun?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. Come on now. This ball.
I wish I would have thought to put it up.
Nebo nice ball. I didn't want to because I know they might be watching. They
Yeah,
can sue.
true.
Yeah, I don't want them to sue or something.
I mean, it is what I already said. Their government name.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's like super soft and super squishy. Putting that in there, dang man, I feel so bad.
Just burst.
Do you feel bad?
Yeah, dude, bro. That kid got a boiling stuff on his face. Like that ain't cool, bro.
Anyway,
apparently this child didn't see the trend for himself on TikTok, but he heard about it through friends who saw it online. And so that's why this article says that he did it. But, you know, it's sad because some of these toys, whether they have a label on it or not, these kids aren't reading no label.
Heck no.
So parents really have to like tell their kids, which I feel like you shouldn't have to tell your kids, by the way, don't put this in the microwave. Like some things you just don't think I have to tell you.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Kids experiment though. Come on.
They
now.
do.
Kids experiment. They're gonna have fun. But I blame the parent for even letting your kid on social media. Why should they know about this challenge in general?
Yeah, I feel you.
Why is it a whole bunch of kids doing this challenge? Y'all shouldn't be posting anything. Y'all should be in the books.
You see,
y'all
now,
should be outside.
Now they get it.
Now, you understand now that you're
Oh
older,
my
right?
God.
You understand now that you're older. He said they shouldn't be doing any of this.
That's
Tide Pods, they shouldn't be doing any of this. NyQuil chicken, they shouldn't be doing any of this.
That's not my generation.
That is your generation, bro. We didn't do any of that, dog. I just want to let you know we didn't do none. We had like regular things we did.
We had like dances to learn for the club.
Yeah, Soldier
Y'all
Boys
don't even
and
go
stuff.
to the club.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Okay. In other news, I know y'all are going to have some things to say about this. Okay. An ex-OnlyFans creator says that adult content stars trying to come to the United States should not be considered for extraordinary ability visas.
No. I mean, my bad.
Do y'all know who Nala Ray is?
No.
Do you want me to... I ain't gonna say yes.
I feel like you shouldn't actually.
I ain't gonna say yes.
Because apparently she was once a 0.01% creator on the OnlyFans app, but turned to Christ. Amen. So she left that life behind about 2 years ago. Sorry to whomever that may impact in their lives. But now she's speaking out about people in her former profession as an adult content creator who are seeking these O1 visas to work in the United States. Those visas are intended for somebody who has an extraordinary ability in the sciences or art or education or business or athletics, or somebody who has extraordinary achievement in the television industry or motion picture industry, and they've been recognized for it internationally. She's saying, yeah, that does not apply to OnlyFans workers.
That's motion pictures. Them is definitely motion pictures for sure. I ain't gonna hold you. It's got a plot, a rise and fall. Come on now. It's got a whole conclusion. It's got a whole thing.
Yeah, man. So she says that this should not apply to OnlyFans workers because that work and adult content in general isn't real work, and it shouldn't be allowed even to cross into our borders to get even more infiltrated into our society. And she says that it doesn't apply to other kinds of content online. Like other social media creators could apply for this and be fine because great things come from social media, and it's not just the being on social media alone. It's literally the adult content part of it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was funny. Even more interesting, a U.S. employer or a U.S. agent has to file for this visa on that person's behalf, along with required evidence. Imagine the guy in the evidence department.
Wow. Hey, let me go take this for research purposes real quick. Let me make sure she. Oh yeah, she is actually very qualified. Actually, let me do.
Not enough. Need more.
Yeah. All right, that's wild. It's always funny to me how like girls that have been in the streets, their like final transformation is to like become a Christian.
Going to Christ. Amen.
That's their biggest thing. Like, oh, I'm done being this girl, this sex worker, XYZ. Let me give my life over to God. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, if that's where your journey and your testimony takes you, by all means do it. But don't be trying to shun everybody else for some stuff that you already did.
And that's kind of where I was thinking, like, it's great that you've left that life and you've found Christ. That's amazing. But how can you now tell people, yeah, the way that I probably just made millions of dollars?
Millions.
None of y'all should be doing this. This is really bad. I mean, yeah, girl, I agree. But I mean, hello? How are you going to tell people not to do what you just did after you have
flaunted it?
Flaunted. You know how hard it is to be a 0.01% top creator in anything? But part of what her spiel was that she feels like, when you're at the top, you feel all this pressure to stay at the top and you got to do all these crazy things. And, a lot of these creators are on drugs or have these alcohol problems because they just feel like they have to constantly like do weird things to stay at the top. And so she's like, we don't need this in our society. I mean, I agree.
I agree too.
Totally agree.
Yeah, it's the trials and tribulations of an artist. That's just what you deal with when you're an artist.
Come on, trials and tribulations.
Come on, artists.
Come on, artists. Hey man, respect the craft. I respect the craft.
Me too.
I respect
do
the craft. You gentlemen?
I respect the craft. Shout out to Nala Ray.
All right, this lady's in Christ now. Please. We have got to go to break, but we have some Atlanta stories coming at you right after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One. You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go.
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. We're here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
What's going on, Atlanta? Thanks so much for being here with us on Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest things happening in the city. It is Tuesday, February 10th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronzel with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
And it is time for your 1 minute of black excellence. With Rondell with 2 N's.
1 minute of black excellence. I am excited today. Today's fact is Orlando Herdon was born enslaved in Georgia, became a barber to Atlanta's white elite. That man was lining up racism with a straight razor. I love it. But Alonzo said, hey, I got enough money now, and used that to open Atlanta's life insurance company, making him one of the first black millionaires in the South. His barbershop had crystal chandeliers, Persian rugs, and silver bathtubs. All right. Alonzo Herdon didn't just beat the system. He figured out how to charge it late fees.
Hey.
Now that, my friend, is reparations. And this is your 1 minute of black excellence. Yeah.
You know, that was a very extravagant barbershop. Now that I'm looking at him,
You see how fly he is?
He probably was light enough to make everybody comfortable there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's Native American. He looks Native American. That's what it is.
You have just been putting all type of races on this man. And
it's the
He
camera.
looks Native American. Maybe it's the nose and the lips, the eyes.
He's
his name
black.
again?
Herdon. Alonzo Herdon.
Herdon?
H-E-R-N. Herndon.
Herndon?
This is a black man.
That's a black
This is
man.
a black man.
Yeah.
Look him up.
Yeah.
Alonzo Herndon. Now, you
Yeah.
picked a terrible picture of my guy.
You did. Because that angle, he looks...
Looking a little...
Yeah.
But he also, in general, people used to pass. If you had enough lightness to you...
Well, with a name like Alonzo, I don't think he needed anything else but Alonzo.
Unless he went by Al. Could have gone by Al.
Oh, Al?
Could have gone by Al.
Oh my God.
He's very light.
He
I
is
will
light.
say. Looking through, he definitely could probably pass.
Well,
But
that's
hey,
why he
man,
was in a barbershop. Because he is light.
Shoot.
They probably trusted him.
Good for him. Good for him on this Black History Month. We'll talk about it.
Couldn't have trusted me.
You guys in the comments think he's Chinese AF? All right. Please.
Oh my goodness.
Hopping into the news on this Tuesday morning. 2 inmates charged with murder just escaped from a jail in Southwest Georgia, and police are still looking for them right now.
Yeah, so the 2 inmates' names, we got Ricky Martin and Kentravius Holmes. Ricky is 20, Kentravius is 21, and they escaped from the Sumter County Jail. Before I get into it, just looking at their mugshots, y'all, this is scary. Like, I'm terrified. I'm shaking in my boots just reporting on it.
Well, I was just thinking, how old did you say they were?
They're 20 and 21.
How do they know enough to break out of jail?
Nah,
Grown
for sure.
men can't break out of jail.
The one on the right, he only gonna be gone for a short period of time.
The one on the
You know what I
left.
mean?
Why you
And
say
then-
he's gonna be gone for a short period?
And then
of time?
and then he probably here's the thing, he probably only did like a little small crime. You know what I mean? He probably didn't even do no big
Murder?
crime. He probably didn't even do no big crime.
Like murder?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying in general.
What were they wanted on?
Lana, it's a joke.
So
It's a joke.
If you look at the numbers right beside him, if you look at the numbers right beside him, yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay, so late Sunday night, the two inmates escaped, and they triggered an immediate regional manhunt.
Yes.
The jail officials have not yet disclosed how Martin and Holmes were able to flee, saying the escape remains under investigation. Now, the crimes that they're facing right now, Martin had been booked after charges filed by the GBI tied to a case where a 19-year-old later died from injuries sustained in a violent incident between the two. And then Holmes also was accused of fatally shooting someone at a home in Americus. In Glory. Yeah, at a home on Glory Court. So both of these guys are dangerous, you know, and the fact that they were able to escape is scary. And I'm looking at it right now. It says that Sumter County Jail has been there for about 36 years. So it's 36 years old.
Jesus.
Do they know each other? I mean, before this, were they, because you said they weren't arrested together. These were two separate incidents they got.
Yeah. No, it doesn't say that they actually do know each other, but I mean, hey, that's my homie now. You know, if I escape, that's my homie now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they get to jail and they realize, man, both of us are going down for murder. What if we just got out of here instead? True. You know, you could probably shimmy through that little hole. And then, you know.
Very true.
You know?
Very true.
We could probably pull it off.
Hey, just slide up under the door, unlock it, and then let me out.
Y'all we're never getting out of here.
Never. We're going down forever.
Yo, he is short though. He is short. He is short. Can I see the mugshot one more time?
Do y'all remember the dudes that got out of
5'4", bro?
Short King.
Y'all remember the dudes that got out in Louisiana?
Yeah, yes.
Derek, you remember that Derek was the last one to be found?
Yes.
So I am going to put my money on the one on the right not being found first.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be found first. 100. Guy on the left will be found first, but my money will be on the one on the right. He will not be found first.
Because no way are you the one who escaped prison.
Listen, dude, you can cut your hair and go fit in with a middle school. Like, you would be... He would be totally fine. All you have to do is just get in line for lunch, and they gonna think he'd fit right on in school.
Go to recess, just hop on the playground.
Hop on the playground, he be straight, bro.
Hey, bro on the left is cooked though. You got the neck tat, you got the face tat. It's over with for you, brother. You getting caught.
Yeah,
you getting caught.
Very distinct.
Over with, my dog.
Yeah, you getting caught, man. But yeah, they're still on the search for the guys. They have not been found yet. So if you find any information, please contact local authorities.
So remember how everybody thought the one guy who escaped in that last one you were talking about, Louisiana?
Mm-hmm.
Remember everybody thought he was like a woman at a grocery store at one point because it looked like you know, he had put on a wig or whatever and become a woman. Could you see yourself doing something like that? Like if you had escaped and no matter what the circumstances you escaped, like could you just be like, man, I'm gonna just try to be a woman and just like
for sure. Oh,
really?
1000%, bro. I'm transitioning immediately. What? Immediately. My life will forever. I am no longer I'm Rondella.
I'm
Rondella. You know what I'm saying? Rashida, something, boy. What?
Rondalisha, come on.
Y'all remember that for the list. Rondella. Okay? Rondella.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. What?
Okay. In all seriousness, yes, if you see them, probably don't approach.
They do look
dead. Call the police.
Yeah.
They do
I mean, if they escape jail, that's...
You could pick the little one up. You could just pick him up and put him in the back of the car. Just go ahead and pick him up.
He's gonna come for
he's
you.
Coming for you, bro.
He's
coming straight for you, bro.
Oh, man. But in other news, did you see that plane crash in Gainesville? Because people caught it on camera.
Yeah, they did. So if you didn't see it, it was a single aircraft that experienced engine trouble and attempted an emergency landing on a big Gainesville highway. This is the video of him.
He said, let me just put it down right here. We going down.
Well, I mean, shoot, it's not really funny when you hear him actually in the video. So they have recordings of him actually like making his last words. He thought he was done for.
Oh,
really? Yeah, he thought he was out of there for real.
Oh, you know what? That is probably very scary.
Very scary.
My gosh.
Yeah, so he was like saying, hey, tell my wife I love her. Like he was legit planning to exit this world. Not planning to exit it, But he was bracing. He was bracing.
Yeah,
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
laughing
You don't need to be. I was laughing because I knew you was about to laugh.
Oh my goodness. So the plane struck multiple vehicles on the roadway during the landing, and the aircraft was identified as a Hawker Beechcraft BE-36. Minor injuries were reported, and police have not provided details. The roadway was completely closed at the time, and the FAA is right now investigating the incident, seeing basically what happened completely.
Listen, when it's not your time to go,
It ain't your time.
you ain't going nowhere. You will park a plane right on the middle of the road.
Amen.
Amen.
God is good.
That is crazy, especially because it did knock into cars. Like, imagine you driving minding your business on a Tuesday morning, whatever day it was, Monday morning. Actually, it's happening on Monday. And a plane comes like, that's going down here. Because, when you look at planes, we're in Atlanta. We constantly see planes just, taking off, landing, going somewhere, whatever. Imagine looking up and be like, man, that one looks a little close, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
And this is like the second or third time that I'm hearing of something like this in the last couple of months. Because last year, there was some plane crashes that happened in the Decatur area, I believe. So
that's right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see why people are driving these like single aircraft carriers, because it seems like they could go left. It seems like they could go, down.
I'm trying to figure out who's teaching y'all how to fly at this
Straight
point.
up.
Hey,
at this
real
point,
real talk.
Who's giving y'all these licenses? Because that is crazy. And you know that there is a whole, plot or at least intent to have flying cars. I look at stuff like this and I'm like, there are so many things that could go wrong if y'all just start flying.
Atlanta is not ready for flying
Boy.
cars.
Nah. Imagine your car getting like broken into, like your flying car getting stolen, bruh. Imagine you look up, hey, bro. Imagine you driving down the street. You look at him and be like, "Hey, that's my, hey, bro. That's my car." Like, bro, imagine that, dog.
Oh man,
I'd be sick.
Man, I wonder how much the person that actually got hit by the plane.
Oh, the insurance.
Does that count in the insurance?
Yes.
Like,
I was just thinking, imagine you having to tell people, man, I just got hit by a plane. It was like, man, boy, shut up. No, you didn't.
Dog, insurance on planes are expensive, so they're for sure getting a check.
Money.
Oh yeah, they're getting a check.
Ooh, my neck hurts.
Yeah, what? I'm rolling on the ground. Oh,
me too. Rolling out the car.
I don't care if the wheel just ran over my foot, boy. My whole body got hit at that point.
You just start walking with a lean.
Yeah, my whole body got hit, bro. Flat out.
No, that's real. That's scary though.
But again, minor injuries reported. Thank God. Police haven't given that much more in detail other than this. But we will, keep an eye on these plane crashes that keep happening. In other news, we had other airport related news that I don't really understand how you people think you can get away with this, but there was alleged drug smuggling at the Atlanta airport, and it was a lot of drugs.
Look at that. Good God Almighty. Good.
How do y'all think y'all can get away with this?
Good God Almighty. So look, first of all, once again, I did not know that Atlanta had all these drugs coming through.
Wait. Yes.
I did not know. And again, my mind is blown to this day. So, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents stopped an alleged drug smuggling attempt at Hartsfield in January. About 42 pounds of marijuana were found inside a traveler's suitcase bound for France. So I don't think France had bad weed or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, the suspect, Cash Berthelot, 41 of California, will face state prosecution. Berthelot was escorted to the CBP inspection station where agents searched 2 suitcases. Officers discovered 4 vacuum-sealed packages containing approximately 42 pounds of marijuana. Following discovery, Berthelot was arrested on trafficking charges by Atlanta Police Department. Now, I have so many questions because
I do too.
Why so much? Why so much?
Well, did it say how he was caught?
So the CBS says the seizure reflect. Oh no, it doesn't.
Man, I'm wondering if it was a drug dog or if it was the machinery.
Well, sometimes. All right. So this is. I mean, I ain't incriminating myself because it's from, no, it's not. So in California, you can go to dispensaries in California,
right?
So you can bring back not like pound, but you can go to a dispenser and bring back like a joint or whatever, you know, the case may be. So I put that in my check bag. Now, when I got back to Atlanta, I checked my check bag. That joint was gone.
It was gone.
So there are times, and I have homeboys that work for Delta inside of the suitcase people, and they tell me all the time, like, there are dudes that'll go through your stuff and open your suitcase up and like look at your suitcase, bro, like straight up. So this could have possibly been a tip off. You know, somebody went through the suitcase or whatever the case may be, or it was a dog down there and smelled the suitcase or whatever. Because, bro, finding 42 pounds of marijuana ain't like that's just not like a regular degular, like,
right.
Yeah, just like, oh, yeah, we just found it. No, somebody had to tip you off.
Somebody's in trouble.
Oh, somebody's in big trouble.
Somebody's in big trouble. Just look at the picture of this. This is, 42 pounds of marijuana involved in this. And in the vacuum sealed bag means like you're trying to keep it from smelling.
No, 100%.
You're trying to keep it compressed. You're trying to keep it, as tight as you can. I'm wondering if that's like a blanket that they probably try to put over it and try to act like, oh, it's all just blankets in here.
I think
they'll never know.
I think the real question we should be asking is, how was that dude feeling when he was on that flight? Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Dog, do you understand the amount of anxiety I would have walking through the airport knowing that I got 42 pounds of weed?
Oh my God.
And then it makes it on the plane. I get on the plane, I sit down, I'm like, bet, I made it. Cool, we in the clear. You land in Atlanta, you get off the flight. They say, "Hey, Mr. Cash,
yes,
Mr. Cash, can we see you at the front?" And you like, God,
you already know.
And bruh, as soon as you step off the flight, it's a wrap.
I was literally just looking up what happens to you if police find a bunch of drugs in your bag. When you're flying, like what happens?
They come and get you off the flight,
just straight off the plane.
They come and get you off the flight. I had a homeboy get arrested off a flight for other things, but he got arrested. He got arrested off a flight. Like they come and get you at your terminal, walk you on the plane. Hey, we need to see you. Everybody stay seated. You come to the front.
Oh, while you're still on the plane.
While you on the plane, player.
Sheesh, you ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere, bruh. You know how sick I would be, bruh. I would throw up.
Oh yeah. Cry. I mean, at that point, you going to jail.
It's a wrap.
This was lazy. And I say that because, I mean, I've seen multiple different ways, like, people have done it creatively. I mean, we just reported somebody put it in charcoal bags. Granted, they wasn't on the airplane, but I've heard that people like, act like they're pregnant sometimes and they actually have drugs in them and then they start carrying it around. Like, I've seen this. This is lazy. Like, it's almost like he wanted to get caught. Like, there's no possible way you thought you was getting through with this.
How would you do it, Mr. Pablo Escobar?
Yes.
Since this is so lazy, how would you?
I mean, mind you, I probably wouldn't be pushing 42 pounds, if anything. Granted, I'm not saying I would be pushing drugs at all, but I would definitely not push 42 pounds.
Okay.
Here's what I don't understand. Why you could call it lazy. If he managed to make it all the way onto the plane, I would have thought that the drug dogs would immediately sniff that out. You got 40. You trying to tell me them dogs can't smell 42 pounds of marijuana in a suitcase? What are they there for?
Exactly.
Is it just like for bombs at this point?
I don't know. And so I'm looking at it right now. It says that traffickers use creative and sophisticated methods to bypass security, like TSA. What they do is they put in food items sometimes, packaging, clothing, neck pillows.
Neck pillow. Now that's crafty.
Hollowed cans within the structure of a suitcase. I'm not teaching anybody to do this. I'm giving TSA, the people that I'm giving them ideas to be looking out for things like this.
Come on,
smugglers may hide drugs in their clothing, and large quantities are often disguised in legitimate medication pills. So it's just, I don't know, 40 something pounds. I just think it was like lazy. Like, there's no reason you could have cut that into multiple different plane flights if you really needed it.
But I'm glad that you told TSA agents the manner in which people try to
for TSA
sneak their drugs onto the plane.
I always got the laws back. You could always call on me. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Oh man. Okay. In other news, which one of y'all's cousins robbed a donut store in Metro Atlanta? What's this, the Marietta Donuts?
Marietta Donuts.
Now, which one of y'all's cousins robbed the Marietta Donuts?
Never heard of Marietta. Have y'all heard of Marietta Donuts?
I've not, actually.
Now, if he would have robbed a Krispy Kreme, I kind of would have been a little more upset. I'm not going to lie. All right.
I actually would have been more upset in that you could have done better like a Marietta Donuts.
Yeah, true.
You know, if you're going to rob somewhere, don't rob like a chain.
Yeah, don't rob.
something.
Yeah. True. So police say Justice Riley Hales, 25 of Canton, allegedly did armed robbery at a Marietta Donut shop, and it led to his arrest. Now, he did that January 26th at around 2:30 p.m. And this is what they say happened. Allegedly, Halls ordered a dozen donuts and pretended to pay. He passed a note to the employee demanding money. When the employee took the time to read the note, Hales displayed a handgun in his waistband. All right. Now, this is what they say was taken. $159 in cash, all cash from the tip jar. It's not funny.
What are you people laughing at?
A box of donuts, because he's immature. A box of donuts and a box of donuts. So listen here, Mr. Halls. You did one thing right, and that's take the donuts, all right? You got yourself some food, because, I mean, I always tell people, if you're going to rob a food spot, at least get some food.
He probably watches the show.
Well...
And he's going to tell police, you know what, actually that rondelle with two ends definitely told me if I plan to go rob somewhere, I needs to grab some food.
I didn't tell him specifically, though. I just said in general.
So we did just pull up a picture of Marietta Donuts. They do look very delicious. Yeah. This is more than just the Krispy Kreme. And I do look like a nice Krispy Kreme.
It looks scrumptious.
Those are intricate donuts.
Hey, dog, I hope he got a dozen, because that...
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a dozen.
Couple, like 3 dozen. Like, bruh, I don't understand why people are still robbing like local stores in general, and because it's like nobody uses cash anymore.
No, they don't.
So you just basically you mean to tell me you're about to go to prison for X amount of years for $159 in donuts, dog?
And the tip jar.
And a tip jar.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the tip jar.
Don't forget about the tip jar.
So, bro probably got what? $170?
Right.
Like $170.
Probably $160. $160. Ain't nobody, don't be like nobody be leaving no tips in them jars, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So you threw your whole life away for $100 and something. It just makes zero sense, y'all. And donuts. I hope they was good too, bro.
Oh no, he ate all 12 of them.
Yeah, you have to.
In custody without bond either.
Yeah.
So you just in jail.
Just in jail. Just dummies.
Brother,
that's crazy.
Was it worth it, brother? Was it worth it?
Especially because, you know, at some point, I feel like you could just say to literally anybody you know, you man, like, can we just go in on some donuts? It's donuts. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you like walked into a steakhouse and was like, you know what, literally, I ain't never gonna be able to pull nobody to like get me to the steakhouse. But for some donuts and $160, please.
Don't make no sense.
Please, sir. Please. Okay. In other news, man, a fire killed 14,000 chickens at a farm in Walton County.
I gotta stop looking at Million when you read the headlines. Okay, so listen. Let me just fire.
Peter's gonna get y'all.
Okay, fire.
I'm not laughing.
No,
Peter.
I'm not either.
It's a travesty.
I'm not. All right. So yes, it did. Fire did destroy 14,000 chickens at Walton County Farm. Firefighters are still investigating the cause of the fire. What we do know is that more than 14,000 chickens were killed. All were less than a week away from being sent to the processing plant. So they was about to die anyway, to be totally honest with you. Now, this makes a big impact on the farm as it has been a family-owned for nearly 30 years. The loss represents about half of the farm's expected income for that cycle, dealing a major financial blow. This happening during Black History Month just does not sit right with me.
Why doesn't it sit right with you?
14,000 chickens? How could you let 14,000 of God's most delicious creatures,
that fried chicken,
go up in flames? How could you do that? 14,000.
What should they have killed instead? Like, what might have been more palatable?
Some pigs, man.
Pigs?
Yeah, we need to stop eating pork anyway. We need to stop eating pork.
You know you be eating bacon.
A little bit, but we need to stop eating pork.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is very upsetting to me. What am I gonna eat now?
Someone said in the comments, roasted chicken.
Hey, roasted chicken is hilarious.
You got a point.
Yes, bro. Roasted chicken is hilarious.
Might still be able to sell it.
Yeah, you might. That's the thing. If you actually went and like
seasoned it
up a little bit,
you
might actually. If I was them, I probably would have been out there throwing stuff in it. Salt, pepper,
paprika.
Hey, bro. Free food right there.
It is what it is.
14,000 chickens, boy.
Shoot.
What? I'd have called the whole hood up. Hey, all of y'all come over here, bruh. Everybody eat. Hey, the chickens, they was about to die anyway, so we just moved up the process.
Look, especially because it would clear it from the fire. Because what are you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do with all that?
Yeah, man,
I would
that's
at least
crazy.
try to save one or two.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they was burning, I at least would have been like, all right, let me go ahead and get the rest of these feathers off this.
See if I can salvage this. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, 14,000 though, man, that's a lot.
That is crazy. Yeah. I just wonder, does it say how the fire started?
No, they're still getting investigated about how the fire started. So nobody really knows. Is there like a chicken war out there in Walton County? I think there's like a chicken war. Somebody was like trying to sabotage their like your chickens.
Like some
you got
beef.
Chicken beef. Yeah, chicken beef. Somebody had chicken beef. Yeah, y'all don't know about that, bruh.
Let me see how much a chicken
That'd be the
costs.
stupidest
Yeah, how
thing.
much is a chicken?
How much is a chicken?
That is so sad. You know what? Because when eggs go up, well, this wouldn't impact eggs.
No, it wouldn't impact eggs.
Because they were just gonna be chickens. Now, when chicken goes up in Walton County because of this, y'all gonna be laughing.
Yeah, you ain't lying because I'm looking at it right now. So it says the cost of a chicken varies greatly from $3 to $10 for a baby chick to $20 to $50 for a mature laying hen. So 14,000 times 20. Y'all could do the math on that.
No, we can't.
No, why don't you do it for us?
14,000 times 20. That's what, 280,000
280,000 maybe?
$80,000.
I think.
Worth a chicken.
Dang. That's if it's like mature laying hens, bro. And people don't really like acknowledge just how much like farming actually costs. Like it's really expensive when you see stuff like this. So like they lost a good portion of their money, man. That's so sad.
And farmers in general aren't just doing well. Sometimes I look at the prices in the grocery store and I'm like, bro, where is this cost coming from? Because farms are always talking about we're struggling, we need money. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm always talking about I'm struggling too. I need my money.
Exactly.
And yet the grocery store prices keep going up and up. Where's the money going? Because you're not getting it and you're making it. I'm buying it and it's too high. I don't see grocery store workers walking around here looking like they're making bank.
That's the
so
light
it's
out.
not the employees of the grocery store. Who is stealing all the money?
We need to start farming our own stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a chicken coop. It's Black History Month.
I'm about to get a chicken coop. You dig what I'm saying?
Somebody set fire to it and said, nah, you ain't doing this.
Chicken wars.
Oh, man. We have a lot more news coming at you after this quick break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One. You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, The man who defines hip-hop is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Chris here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta. You know what? We actually wanted to shout a couple people out in the comments real quick. We saw you guys' comments, and we kind of crack up at these all the time. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I see you got Mo DeBarge. I see you, House of Harlem. Thanks for hanging out. Super Duper C, man. We see you every day, pretty much.
Shout out,
Great
Super
Caesars.
Great
yeah.
Caesars goes.
Great Caesars goes.
What does that mean? We want to know what it means
Right.
to you, because we always see this and we're like, oh, come on, Super Duper C here again. MK, you said they've been trying to remove chickens from our diets for years. They want you to eat bugs. I know that's right.
Yeah,
I know that's right.
Shout out to Alto Keys.
Also Keys, yeah, shout out. Talking about some BBL chickens.
BBL chickens.
Now they're scrolling too fast, so I can't read this stuff. But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys hanging out.
Yeah, and go tell everybody. When you get off here, tell everybody to go subscribe. Make sure you share it, like it, comment, all that. Subscribe and then push it.
Yes, sir. You know, we trying to start a movement here. Talk about the news, but make it less like news.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it. Okay, hopping back into the news. A former daycare worker just got sentenced for child abuse in Stone Mountain.
Now, before I get into this story, y'all remember when we talked about sending our kids to, what was it, public or private school?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
and it was also like charter schools, right? This right here makes me agree with Million a little bit more with like sending your kids to like a better school. And stuff like, it's crazy. So Sharetta Hull, 79, a former daycare worker, pled guilty to 19 counts of cruelty of children in the first degree. A judge sentenced Hull to 30 years with 20 years to be served in prison, which is a lot. The case involved abuse at Apple Tree Learning Center. That's a case we recently did. The investigation started June 22nd, 2022, after a parent noticed injuries on her child's face. Police reviewed the surveillance video from inside the daycare. Investigators say the video showed repeated abuse over 3 days. Now, this is what they say Hull's doing. They said she was pinching, slapping, and punching babies with a closed fist.
Whoo!
Let me read that again so y'all fully hear what I just said.
Yeah.
She was pinching, slapping, and punching babies with a closed fist, slapping children onto changing tables and tossing them into cribs, dropping children on the floor, lifting them by one arm, forcing food and bottles in. I don't even want to read anymore. Listen, I would have murdered this lady. It would have took the jaws of life to get me off of her, bruh, if I seen her in court.
On my child?
What? It would have been a wrap, dog. Over with. That makes no sense. And y'all have to do a better job of screening who y'all bring into these daycares, bruh, because these are babies that they're handling. You worked at a daycare. You understand this. Like, bruh, screen these people.
It's a lot easier said than done, though. Because, like I said, I was blessed to have been working at a private daycare to where I was getting paid X amount of dollars for the work that I was doing. I was actually on the higher end of the payment when it came to a daycare worker. public, they basically just take whoever they can get. It's like, yeah, we're going to do a background check, but it's like, we don't need you. There's certain requirements that we're not going to be looking for. Like, you don't have to have a college degree in order to be a daycare worker. But at the private school that I was working at, it was like, you have to have a college degree. So like a lot of these places, public preschools and things like that, they just take whoever they can get almost.
And I was literally thinking as you were reading, why do you work here?
Yeah, like,
you could have done literally anything else that didn't require you to harm the children. And that's what you went with. Besides, daycare is so freaking expensive anyways. It's like, again, another situation where it's like, where is that money going? Because if I'm forking out, $1,200 a month in some cases, and I don't see the daycare workers popping and just like walking in like with a Mercedes and, Prada bags and whatnot. But you still have stories like this happen all the time where in daycares, like these kids are being treated like, terribly in some cases. How?
So I do want to say there was other women involved in this. So
Right.
Hull was not just the only woman. She was one of 4. Alexis Renee Swan pleaded guilty to 29 counts of cruelty to children in the first degree. The prosecutors sought out 20 years with 15 in prison. A judge sentenced her to 10 years with 5 years to serve in custody. Corey Chambers pled guilty to 5 counts, sentenced to 10 years of probation, including 120 days of house arrest and 80 hours of community service, which is insane.
Yeah.
Cassandra Artist Chambers, the daycare director, pled guilty to failure to report suspected child abuse. Investigators say she reviewed videos showing abuse but did not notify police, despite being a mandated reporter. What are we talking about, bruh? You're trying to cover up for your employees that are doing wrong, that are hurting children, bruh. I hope when she get to prison, they beat the brakes off her butt, bruh. Oh my God.
It apparently involves 13 kids between 6 months and nearly 3 years old. So these are like babies who don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like these poor parents, that's potentially 13 families. We don't know if maybe one family had 2 or 3 kids there, but that's potentially 13 families who have to explain to their children like this isn't okay and are wondering, why do you look like, scared? I have no words. No words.
It's and what the director probably was thinking, right? She was probably thinking, because she probably was low on staff, because this is the reality of the daycare industry. She was probably low on staff. She was already probably stretched thin on what she's paying for. And then she's also, so with her actually losing these staff, she couldn't afford it. Like maybe she just genuinely could not afford it. She would have lost out on parents, clientele. She would have lost out on teachers. And it's just like, we literally have to look into this, like the daycare industry, a little bit more, because this is the formative years of a child, man. You talk about trauma. This is the time where you could traumatize a child. Just because they're not talking, walking all the way, just because you think that they're not going to be bothered by whatever you do because they may not remember it. There's studies that show that it sticks with them throughout the rest of their life. This is so sickening and so sad, and I hate the fact that this had to happen, man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, to your point, I just want to add to that point that you were saying, like that this traumatizing kid. That is what I think. I don't know, but that is what I think, that a lot of these girls, especially Hull, they probably went through this same exact experience when they were children, bro. You dig what I'm saying? They probably went through the same abuse of like being abused as a child, and this is their, I don't want to say get back, but this is their way of, all the relived trauma that they reliving. They put it on this kid. That's where my mind goes from what you just said, because I do know people that have trauma in their life and they've done things because of past trauma. So yeah. I understand, but dog, you gotta go talk to somebody, man.
What I was thinking more so, because that's, easily a possibility, as much as maybe they're going through something right now. Yeah. And they're just taking it out on these poor kids who are just like defenseless. So, that's, at least they have been sentenced, and you know what? They didn't even try to fight it. They just pleaded guilty in some of these cases. So that's. Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I did want to just let people know, like, some of these daycare workers are only making, so I'm looking at it right now, daycare workers in Georgia earn an average of approximately $12.25 to $13.44.
Can you see what that is a year?
That's $25,000 a year to $28,000 a year. Again, this isn't far-fetched. I was a daycare teacher. I'm telling you, this is how much they get paid to watch your child on a daily basis. They have to deal with spit. They have to deal with fighting. And then, mind you, I'm not saying these women dealt with that, but I'm saying, like, if a child did get injured or something on their watch, because they're children, they're babies, you know, they're going to fall. They're going to get into things that they're not supposed to. They have to deal with the parents' attitudes, and the parents blaming them for certain things because they're paying so much. But it's like, honestly, I just feel like you, as a parent, you have to pay more. And I know it sounds so selfish to say that, but look, this is your child we're talking about. This is the most valuable thing in the world to you. It should be, at least. You need to be able to put X amount of dollars in. I don't care how much it is.
To me, it feels more like we have got to pay these people more. Like, I don't know how anybody at the top of these childcare centers, how they can have millions and billions of dollars or however much they get in for, like, companies like this, knowing this is a possibility on the lower end of the scale. Like, my employees are making potentially $28,000 a year. I'm not paying these people to be respectable. I'm not paying them enough where they can live a respectable life. So why would I think I would attract people who are going to be respectable in every case? You know, thank God there are people out there who just have a heart for kids, who do want to actually treat these kids with respect and love, and they genuinely enjoy it no matter the pay. But you are attracting what you're paying. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Well, also today, there's a man in Georgia who now knows how long he's going to be in prison for making threats against President Trump on TikTok.
Hey, they tried to tell you about the TikTok stuff, bro. You can't be talking how you want to talk no more on TikTok. Did they not change
They told y'all.
Hey, they told y'all this. So, a guy named Jawan Rashawn Porter, 30, of Rome, Georgia, was sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in federal prison. He also received 3 years of supervised release. Porter pleaded guilty to transmitting interstate threats.
Yes.
The case stems from July 26th of 2025 TikTok live stream titled Alligator Alcatraz. Did anybody see this stream?
I didn't see the stream, but I know what Alligator Alcatraz is.
Okay, yeah. Actually, so now, like, when I went back and watched the like a couple of videos, I remember the stream. You know, when you just scroll on TikTok and you see somebody's live, I remember his stream. I swiped up and then I went back and watched it again. So yeah, it was very interesting. So during the stream, Porter explicitly threatened to assassinate Donald J. Trump at a future campaign rally. He described using a rifle and targeting the president's head or chest. Porter also threatened to kill federal agents if they come to his residence himself. Investigation. U.S. Secret Service agents with state and local officers searched Porter's apartment. No firearm was found. Agents recovered pistol ammunition, 2 metal pipes, Terranite, a legal explosive. Tannerite. What did I say? Terrorite? You know what I mean. A legal explosive commonly used in target shooting. So, yo, man. Hey, brother. You're wild.
You probably need to be where you are.
You're wild.
You probably,
You're wild. Now, this is not his first time getting in trouble, though.
Oh.
Yeah, so Porter's he has multiple violent felony convictions in Floyd County, including 2018, 2019 terroristic threats and acts. 2019, influencing a witness. 2023, violence in a penal institution, domestic battery, and possession of a firearm by convicted felon. He was on probation at the time of the TikTok threats.
Dang.
Yeah, so you're
on probation.
You're tripping.
Boy.
You're tripping.
Oh, you wanted to go back to jail.
Yeah, you wanted to.
Some people just want to go to prison. If you don't remember what Alligator Alcatraz was, it was a facility they just kind of propped up in no time that was like deep in Florida, where it was like in a swamp basically. And they were saying it's Alcatraz because they're saying, you know, it's like Alcatraz, the prison. And they called it Alligator Alcatraz because they said it was surrounded by alligators, so nobody would even want to flee, because if they did, they'd get eaten by an alligator. And they ended up having to shut it down because it was like all types of just wrong in there. So they wasted millions of dollars on that place. I don't even know what ended up becoming of it. But that's what this guy was probably talking about. Like, people were criticizing Alligator Alcatraz for being a cruel place to have these people, but that does not excuse anything he said. Did you hear this when you were watching that
No,
stream?
I didn't. No. I think I caught like maybe the tail end of the stream. I don't know where it was at, but I think I caught the tail end. But here's, man, like, people think they get online and just say anything with no repercussions, dog.
Right.
Like, the internet, especially now, the internet is not a safe place to be on just talking crazy. Like,
right.
you can't. People can pull up on you at any second. People can pull up your IP address. People can pull up your VPNs, all that, bruh. So you get on here trying to threaten the president. Now, we all know that, some of us may not like the president. Cool. I personally probably don't agree with everything that he does, but at the same time, I would never get on this TV. I would never get on our platforms and say, I'm about to, nope.
Right.
Nope. Won't catch me doing that, brother. Not at all. Y'all are very comfortable behind y'all screens, and it shows. And it's a little bit, in my opinion, psychotic. Y'all have something mentally wrong with y'all that y'all are this comfortable to say these things behind the screen.
Yeah.
Like, very much weird.
But sometimes I do wonder if there's some kind of disassociation. Well, not with this guy in particular, because if you have a rap sheet this long, you've already been in this life. But like in general, people probably really don't think about what they're saying when they're popping off online, where you're like, I'm just, ha ha ha, I think this person should die, or ha ha, I'm gonna help, I'll bring my this, that, and the third to whatever crime y'all are talking about. Just popping off and not thinking, oh no, that's you saying what you're going to do. Girl, they can trace you. Boy, they can trace. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. On somebody's platform is even crazier. Like, you think that people aren't gonna like report it or something?
Right.
Like, you're getting in front of X amount of people and you think nobody's gonna report it?
Yeah,
that doesn't make much sense to me. It doesn't make much sense to me at all.
Yeah, y'all stop. Watch what you say.
Y'all gonna learn.
Yeah, watch what you say, bruh. Like,
Especially knowing that, they're always listening. They are literally always listening.
And these days, they are looking to make examples out of people too. So you gonna get caught. You gonna find out the hard way. Also in the news, blocking police using your car could become a felony soon.
how do y'all feel about this? Before I get into the story, how do y'all feel about this?
It depends on the scenario, because if you're just happen to be carrying out some kind of law enforcement operation, but I gotta get to work, and you consider me blocking you when I'm trying to get, I don't know. What are they talking about here?
All right, I'll just get into it. So House Bill 1076 would make vehicular obstruction a felony in Georgia. The bill elevates blocking law enforcement with a vehicle from a misdemeanor to a felony offense. All right, this measure applies to interference with local, state, and federal officers performing official duties. So they have to be going to some type of call, to something. They got to be doing something. You can't just, like, you can block an officer like if they ain't doing nothing. Is what I'm understanding. You know what I mean? So the measures have to be something that has to do with duty. You get what I'm saying?
Like they're carrying out a duty. They're doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a conviction could carry up to 5 years in prison and a fine up to $100,000. Are you kidding me? Guinea Earhart is a primary sponsor of House Bill 1076, along with several Republican lawmakers. So the bill amends Georgia obstruction laws to include using a vehicle to block or prevent officers from carrying out their duties. So, me personally, I don't know, man, because I started to think about the Renee Good situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, she would have gotten in trouble for this, like, because she definitely was obstructing an officer's car. But it's like, I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly think that a felony is a little much, depending on the situation. Because I do also agree with the fact that, like, officers in general are carrying out, like, law enforcement. And that's their job. And they're supposed to do this job. God forbid, a murderer gets on the loose because you decided you didn't want person to do their job, so I'm going to block my vehicle. Yeah, you know what? Well, how about you can go to jail too? Because that is crazy. I think that in this situation that we're in, what I think is the biggest shame about this whole ICE capade we've seen, this whole like situation, the effort with immigration enforcement that we've seen during this administration, because it took what could have possibly been something that society accepted and turned it into something twisted and awful. At the end of the day, if you're saying there are murderers and rapists and armed robbers and people doing all types of crazy stuff in this country and they shouldn't be here anyways, and we got to go get them out of here, and we're going to do it in a way that is targeted. Some people, if you didn't want them to go, I mean, it just is what it is. When you start hog-tying people in the streets and their grandmas and teachers and restaurant owners and they're older or young and their kids or their whatever, you get to a place where the society might say, I might try to stop you with my car. Like, this is something that was created by the circumstances.
100%.
Because I wasn't just seeing people just roving around stopping law enforcement with cars before this administration came in and started doing what they are doing. And it's not all of them. You know, Tom Homan clearly is trying to bring some order and peace. And, you know, to give Trump credit, he said he might acknowledge that a softer approach is necessary here. But like, this was a disaster of their own creation.
I get that. But I mean, interfering in an investigation or in a police officer trying to conduct their duties, whether that be like with your vehicle, like what we're talking about right now, you blocking the way of an investigation, I don't necessarily think that's okay for somebody to be doing.
Well, it's already a crime.
Yeah, it is a crime, but I mean, I'm okay with it becoming a felony, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little stretch.
I think that it depends on the situation. Because of what we've seen with ICE, we've seen masked people with no badge and no uniform grab people and put them in an unmarked car.
You don't know.
One might say, I'm blocking my car to make sure you're not kidnapping this person.
Exactly.
Now it's a felony when I literally thought I was watching a real kidnapping. You know what I mean? Like a disaster of their own creation. That's why if y'all made them take their masks off, put on a badge and like have a body camera, yeah, now you want to block people at this point?
Yeah.
Make it a felony.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
This is, you know, they caused this, my opinion.
I get that, yeah, because we see guys already acting like they're police officers. We just reported on it yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. So if there was, you make a really valid point. So people could be acting like they're ICE or something like that, and you're just trying to help as a citizen. So,
Right.
That's difficult. I didn't think about it like that.
But to your point, you also can't just block law enforcement because you don't like what they're doing. You know, I hear you too.
As long as they have a badge on them, you know, if it's a police officer, I definitely don't. I can't condone it.
Yeah.
I refuse to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you know, they are still looking for those stolen manhole covers in Metro Atlanta. Cannot find them.
So, yeah, I don't know if y'all remember, but folks was missing their manhole covers in Atlanta. Back in fall of 2025, it was later confirmed on surveillance video. They caught these guys on surveillance video removing the heavy covers from the streets. The two men were caught on video. Again, his name is Kalen Watley, and he was arrested and charged with 5 counts of theft of government property. Investigators said additional charges were likely. Nearly 5 months later, the neighbors, the people in the community, they still don't have manhole covers in certain spots around the city. And I don't know. Rockdale County has said that they are trying to get the manhole covers out there, but they have a hard time finding the manhole covers that are like the great style, the one with slots. So we gotta get these manhole covers. We gotta find these manhole covers, man. We gotta find these manhole covers. Because the issue with the manhole cover missing is that people could accidentally slip in the manhole cover.
I don't like your tone, and I don't like that you're laughing.
No, this is a serious crime. People could accidentally fall inside of the manhole.
They can.
I'm just saying. The manhole covers, man. It's crazy.
We got it.
Because you keep saying it again, like,
But that's
we
what
know
it
what
is,
you're
though.
doing.
That's what it is,
You're
though.
real happy they call manhole covers, aren't you?
we
You just
got
love
it.
that they called it that.
We got it.
Man, if y'all don't. First First of all, you know how mad I would be? Because imagine you're not really paying attention or you're looking for a sign or you're looking for your turn and you don't. You know how mad I would be?
It's going to be more than a
don't
though.
Right, you don't.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be so scary.
Yeah.
So apparently, each cover costs about $200 each to replace. But I guess, and I almost hate that we're doing this story because the fact that it might encourage more people to go steal manhole covers.
Where's the thing? Y'all can't sell these for nothing. They're made out of cast iron. Like they're not made out of anything worth anything.
Oh, you know you can cook on cast iron.
Nobody cooking on no manhole, Lana. What?
If
Who
times was hard.
Who is taking that to the cookout going, hey, hold on. Y'all bring a grill? No, I brought this manhole though real quick.
Bro, they are doing something with these manhole covers.
Exactly.
Because I'm looking at it says a related case investigated by the DeKalb County Police Department involved at least 91 stolen covers across multiple different incidents. Somebody's making some bank. Nobody's hoarding manhole covers.
We see you in the YouTube comments, man. You're just so immature. Ninja Turtles want their cover back. I know that's right.
Ninja Turtles want their cover back. It's hilarious.
But we got to close these holes up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just keep letting people slip inside of it. Like, I mean, you know, kids can... Yeah, I'm sorry. Joggers can accidentally fall inside of these things. No, on a serious note, though, because, there are at bus stops, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
So people were stealing these things from bus stops. Who knows? Kids could actually fall inside of them. And I'm not saying trying to be funny or anything, but this is really dangerous. And the fact that Rockdale County still didn't give any specific timeline of as to when they would be able to actually get these things covered, it's unfortunate. Like, this is dangerous. This is a safety hazard.
I wonder what he did with them, though.
That's what I'm trying to say, man. What are they doing with these things, man? Are they selling them? Are they flipping them? Like, what are you doing with
a manhole
that? Why? For what? Bro?
I don't get it. I don't get it either. But I guess we'll just keep you posted if we have any updates there. 91 stolen covers across multiple incidents is crazy. There's 91 holes just in the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Boy, I'd be so mad.
Just open
And we'll fix it eventually. That's crazy. And this is why we can't, because society, you know, we don't have to live like this. Y'all don't have to just steal stuff that everybody needs. I mean, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you know what? Here's something wholesome. How about something wholesome for the people? Broadway on Bankhead is bringing big stage theater to Atlanta's West Side youth. Now, how about this? Get your tickets for Aladdin, people.
Ghetto Aladdin is dope.
Come on, Ghetto Aladdin.
Ghetto Aladdin.
A whole new hood. Plenty crack has run around. y'all come on, man.
You can't get robbed on the streets.
If you want, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm with it. I'm going to stop playing with them because it's probably a really good production.
I know.
They really doing something good for the community, man.
When is it?
It's gonna be soon, man.
We can't even tell the people what it is, but tickets are on sale. Where's it playing? Y'all don't do no research.
No, it's in Rockdale. It's not in Rockdale. It's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Broadway on Bankhead. Let me look this up. We gotta go. And dang, 13 seconds.
Let's shout them out tomorrow. We gotta shout.
We're gonna shout y'all out tomorrow because we should have did a lot more research than this, but we do have to go. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Nia Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One. You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready, the legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. We're here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.